Hi, I'm Alatorre. I'm the owner and director of Alatorre Law. I've been an attorney for close to 18 years now. I've been admitted to the Arizona bar since 2009, and I've been doing criminal defense, civil litigation, and family law since my admission to the bar. I am originally from Mexico. I went to law school in Mexico, and then I came to the United States and got my Juris Doctorate and my Master's of Law degree. I've also been a prosecutor in the state of Arizona for approximately 8 years. And I'm familiar with the process of criminal charges and how to defend them.
It was dusk, it was dark, and I made the left, and all of a sudden, boom! I did not see the car coming because it was coming down a hill and it didn't have its lights on. And the next thing I know, I'm kind of dazed and going down the street. Made me walk the line. They looked at my eyes and all that. Have you been drinking? Well, I just got done playing golf a little earlier, and I had a beer on the golf course. I had to blow in the breathalyzer there, and then they took me to the police station and drew blood. It was just me at the time. I didn't even have Javier at the time. It's not like he was my attorney, and as soon as it happened, I called him up and said, hey, here's what's going on. So I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't want this thing hanging over, especially if it was a DUI. And through my wife's contact at work, we found Javier to help me out. We've had quite a few conversations along the period of that. I'd just go in there every once in a while. He'd make time for me to ask the questions and do what I had to do. You know, we went from there. Obviously, I don't wish that on anybody to go through that circumstance, but in the long run, it turned out fine. All charges were dropped. I don't have anything on my record. From now on, anybody that was interested, I said, don't answer any question. Just say, I'll talk to my attorney and we'll go from there. I would recommend Javier, definitely. Heaven forbid. If the situation was to come again, I will give him a jingle. I have his number in my phone, so we're all good.
I've been a defense attorney in criminal matters since my admission to the bar. And for the past 8 years, I've also been a contract prosecutor. My experience both as a criminal defense attorney and as a prosecutor has given me a specific perspective of how to see a criminal case from both sides. I know how to see the criminal case as a prosecutor and as a defense attorney. And that feeds my skills to address your case and better understand what you need and how to help you better.
I was falsely accused by the so-called victim. I was trying to be as honest as possible, and I wasn't given the benefit of the doubt because of the demeanor that the Marine Corps inculcates into us. The assertiveness, the matter-of-factly, personality. I was a little apprehensive because I felt that there was that, mistrust from the incidents that had occurred with the law up to that point. But Javier demonstrated that he really does care. He really went out of his way for me, and he exposed the truth. He wanted me more to be proud and to show them who I really am. And he always gave me the facts and gave me the opportunity to make a decision. And because of my integrity and because I knew I didn't do it, I refused to take it, and he always had my back no matter what. He really went out of his way for me and was able to reduce my assault charges to a misdemeanor. It really was a slap on the wrist from the allegations that were being made. He was actually really offended and discussed it afterwards when we spoke. And that demonstrated to me that Javier wasn't with the system. Javier was my Marine Corps, come in and put himself on the front lines for me. So I felt very safe and protected after a short period of time being with him. I think that if he wasn't involved in my case, I'd be in a very bad situation right now.
I use these skills that I've gathered in over 17 years to help my clients address their charges and craft the best defense possible for their case. I am committed to providing my clients with top-notch, high-level defense and representation. I don't cut any corners. I give your case the time it deserves.
We were going to push it all the way to trial. We were going to take it to trial. And at the very last minute, when they realized that they didn't have a case or that they weren't going to win, they decided they didn't want to go to trial, and they dropped all charges against me. There's already been people who have called me and said, hey, so who was your lawyer for all of this? It's Javier Alatorre, that's the guy to go to. This was a very stressful time in my life, and I felt like having competent defense really took so much of that load off of my shoulders. Knowing that I could rely on Javier to do everything that needed to be done for the best possible defense was incredible.
I give you all the information you need to make the right decisions for your case.
He did a damn good job explaining, what I was facing. and, you know, explained the law, and I said, you know, I'll do my best, you know, to get you out of this. So it's like, he did. I just want to, again, thank him for his help and, you know, how he's made me feel, and he listens, he understands.
When you come to me, I look at you as a person, I look at your case, at your life, at your actual situation. Based on that, together we look at your case, we look at the evidence, we look at the charges, and together we come up with the best solution for you.
Actually, I liked him right away because, you know, he'd come across down to earth. I have to admit, at first I'm thinking, I'm embarrassed. But when I talked with Javier, he never once made me feel like I did anything wrong. And I just felt very relaxed, and it was a very, very easy person to talk to. I knew at that point, it's like, you know what? I don't have to shop around this. This is gonna work out just fine. I couldn't ask for anything more. For somebody who was scared and didn't know how this was gonna work, he pretty much took everything the state had and plucked them away one by one till they had nothing left.
That's my job. I give you all the information you need to make the best decision you can. And then you decide, based on all the information, you decide how you want to handle your case. I got your back, and we'll fight it if you want to fight it. I'm Javier Alatorre with Alatorre Law. Give me a call.